been Officer Andres, and I expected to see the steering wheel and the dashboard as you did. And unless there was somebody else that was physically trained their body in that direction, I didn't anticipate seeing it on the body cam. So I was not surprised.
Have you received any other videos since putting that call out, asking for maybe more information or videos about other angles?
We've received a lot of information. We've received some videos, we've received some pictures, we've received some statements. So we're going through all of that. We'll be sharing that with the Attorney General's office as well. And so there's a lot more that's going to be coming out.
Have you received any videos that show the actual
It's one of those CNI pictures that, you know, you can see what you want out of it. I think it's into that direction. All right, one moment.
So if there are no videos that show the actual moments of the impact, can you ever be satisfied in knowing what actually happened? Will the family be satisfied in knowing what happened?
Yeah, because we're going to get eyewitnesses. There are eyewitnesses that were on the scene. I mean, you heard, one of them was on the street. You heard him in the body cam. He saw exactly what happened. And just because he didn't catch that video in frame, he saw it, and we'll hear his statement. That's evidence as well. You know, it doesn't have to be caught on video for it to actually have happened.
Is it frustrating to not hear the details from the officer himself?
It is, yeah, it is. You know, it's the procedure. We understand that. We respect the process. He's entitled to his rights, just like Jhamal was entitled to his rights. So, you know, we respect the process, but we would like to hear a statement from him because there's only a handful of people who, less than a handful of people who really know what happened, and me probably the primary one.
Are you confident that of those, that less than a handful of people that truly know what happened, everyone will speak, or do you believe this will come down to a grand jury situation?
I don't believe that it will come down to a grand jury situation. It's just my personal feeling. I don't have a lot of information one way or the other on that, but that's how I see the wind blowing right now.
Are you privy to any of the physical evidence that shows any damage to either of the vehicles?
No, we've asked that it be protected. I've heard from the city solicitor's office that everything is being protected. Everything that I've asked for is being protected. Anything that could be even remotely associated with this incident is being protected by the city's police department.
What's Jhamal's prognosis at this point?
I'll leave that to the family if they want to make a comment on that.
What can this community do to help the Gonsalves family right now?
Well, continue to keep them in your prayers. Continue to keep videos and information and everything that I've received so far. Keep it coming. I mean, I'll look at the same video 1,000 times because it means that I might get something new. So if you think that I've seen something, still send it to me because I may not have. Received a lot of information. You know, it's obvious the public, the community is supportive of Jhamal, and we really appreciate it.
Would the family like to say anything?
If Mark here would like to make a comment specifically regarding the
step into the microphone if you would.
So, you know, I work with people in the community with mental illness and addiction, and to see an officer, you know, pull out Narcan, which obviously he's, you know, prepared with, and then say he doesn't know how to use it. I was just a little disappointed with some of the professionalism, you know, some of the empathy involved. You know, Narcan, like, to assume, you know, because maybe, you know, and I'm not saying this is any part of, you know, but as far as racially, you know, I don't know this officer's or any of the officers' background, so I'm not accusing race being a part, but I mean, to just assume, you know, why, it's kind of questionable. Why would you just assume, you know, after you see him riding fine, you know, and then all of a sudden, because he's on the ground just talking about Narcan. It was upsetting for them to bring that involved, you know. As far as my, you know, it upset me. You know, I work with people with that, so. All right, so, you know, one of my cousins helped us create a voice, Voices for Jhamal. I forget how he titled it, because we had the idea of, you know, like when we visit him, we speak to him, we hold his hand, you know, we try to ask questions to see if those questions can create some kind of neurological, you know, some response, you know, based, hopefully that their responses from him and not just from damage to his brain or from the trauma and injury. So we asked people to send little voice clippings because, of course, also with respect to COVID and the safety, you know, with the hospital and keeping, you know, I mean, so we asked people because everybody can't visit them. But we know in those conditions, voices and sounds and you know, hopefully if we see his eyes open, maybe if he sees pictures in his room and, you know, so with allowing, with letting them listen to little voice messages that everyone from the community, you know, is sending us, you know, and, you know, there's some people saying some negative things, and we just hope that they take some time to just maybe, you know, look at some of the circumstances in the situation before they prejudge, pass judgment. But as far as his condition, you know, I mean, to us it's a beautiful thing, you know, seeing him, you know, he's squeezed both of our hands at times, you know, he's opened some eyes, you know, he's made some mouth movements, you know, so, I mean, it's a beautiful thing, you know, it's a small, but it's a start for what we're praying is recovery, you know, versus him laying there, you know, in the condition, you know, that you've seen in the videos.
Well, he's still in critical condition. That's what they asked. I don't know.
He's still in a...
it's still critical. He's still in a coma. He has a very, very long way to go. You know.
Yeah.
It could be months.
It's not a hospital-induced coma.
No.
He is breathing on his own to this point, right?
Yeah.
So that is also a good step, you know.
That's all I asked about this.
Thanks. Any other questions?
Tell us your name. Tell us your name.
I'm Jude Carrick.
This is Mark.
This is Mark.
Thank you.
Father, brothers and sisters, you know, that, of course you know his mother. My daughter came down from Texas. His other brother was here from Maryland, you know. So.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.